So our buddy boat just called us and said be on high alert for whales. They just saw a whale. We just heard a pan call on the radio.
Right now we're at 9.2.
We're winning for like the second time ever, maybe.
All right, after being in French Polynesia for almost 3 whole months, we're finally hopefully gonna go see manta ray.
Heading out on our own with our hope in the clouds, and we're starting to see that we're onto something. Feel it coming, we'll keep running, nothing in our way. We got what it takes. Here we go with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day, it's ours to take, and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins.
Alright, we've had a great time here in Huahine, and we are getting ready to lift our anchor and head right across the way, about 30 miles, to Raiatea and Taha'a. So, yeah.
Should be a nice sail today.
Should be a nice sail. We got a nice breeze, so get some sails up and do some sailing today.
Nice. 16.5 knots of apparent. We're going 7 knots. That's pretty good for this little girl.
Well, we're also running the engines right now. At,
Okay. Strike my last comment.
I just wanted to keep the engines running until we get outside the reef. So once we're outside the reef, then we'll go ahead and turn the engines off.
Motors are off. And 16 points. Let's see.
We're doing almost 8 knots. I mean 7 knots.
15-ish knots of apparent, and we're going between 6 and 7, which is really good for this girl. She's our chubby slow boat.
This wind angle, I don't know why, but this boat loves this wind angle. Between 30 and 60 degrees, she flies. I don't understand, but
I mean, I thought a beam was supposed to be the fastest
she loves
angle of sail, but our girl likes 30 to 60.
Yep.
So our buddy boat just called us and said be on high alert for whales. They just saw a whale. Man, that would be so epic. Yesterday morning, Beth hailed Rob early in the morning, said she thought she heard whale sounds out in the pass because we were right by it. Rob looked with binoculars and he could see a whale. He just saw a whale tail. So, we know they're migrating. They've been some spottings, but man, that would be amazing. I was inside trying to get some editing work done, but man, now that we're on high alert for whales, I think I may just sit up here for the sail today. All right, we are up to 25 knots of apparent, and we're going between 8 and 9.5 knots, so we're gonna slow the girl down.
Well, we're heading to the wind a little bit here. It's gonna slow us down. It's gonna take some of the wind off of the sails.
Do we need a reef?
Well, I think it's going to come back down. I think it's just
Are you changing our course?
I'm just adjusting our course a little bit. So we're going to bleed off the wind if we get down 30 degrees. 30, we're not so much. The wind's just going to kind of like right off the sail. So we're good.
Our friends back here, Chinook, are on the monohull. See how far they are heeling? Like, there's no way. That's why we learned on a monohull, but we live on a catamaran. I could not do the heeling. All right, wind's calmed. Am I dismissed?
All right. Yeah, I'm good now. It's just like sometimes I need you up here for just some moral support.
Oh, God. So I'm going back to my editing station. It's such a beautiful day to be on the water today. All these charter cats. It's so good to see them sailing.
17, MMSI 508.
We just heard a pan call on the radio.
So apparently there's a 45-foot catamaran that's needing assistance. They left Bora Bora, headed towards the Cook Islands, and apparently they're running into some issues.
But we're nowhere near to help.
No, we're nowhere near to help, but I mean, it's scary, you know. We're a 45-foot catamaran.
It's the reality of what can happen when you're out here.
You just gotta, you know, plan, and sail conservative, especially out here when you're all alone. You know, don't push your boat.
And pray.
So I asked if they could see us on AIS. They're picking us up on AIS. For some reason, we are not. I'm not picking anybody else up on AIS right now. I don't know why.
But we just were a few minutes ago.
Yeah, it's weird. So, but they're picking us up, and the radio is loud and clear on both ends. So I think we're good with that. Just not sure about AIS. I don't know. But anyway, I asked them what our speed over ground was, and they're like, "Yeah, we're showing you at 8.6." Right now we're at 9.2.
We're winning for like the second time ever, maybe. Our beanbag is trying to fly away again. Tied down, but it's chafing through that handle really quickly. It's our crappy beanbag, so I mean, not that we want to litter in the ocean, but you can see our buddy boats back there, and all the boats out on this great day to sail.
Oh Jesus!
We just had 10 knots. Probably should reef it.
Well, I don't want to reef, because if we reef, then I gotta undo the reef, and we're only gonna do
How about we
this.
furl in the jib a little bit?
But then we're gonna be, we'll have a lot of weather helm right now. So right now we've got 5 degrees on the rudder, which, you know, it keeps bouncing back and forth between 20 and 24. So I think we're getting 20 knots of wind with 20. But
Should
that's
they calm over
apparent
in the lee of
wind.
the island, though?
That's apparent wind. Once we get into the lee of the island here, it'll calm down a good bit, and we'll be all right.
So even on passage, I can enjoy my protein ice cream. So before we left land, I did a low carb, high protein. It's just what my body enjoys, and I am at my best weight doing that and working out. But it's been hard to have high protein here in French Polynesia because the meat is not spectacular. We have tons from Panama, but eggs are kind of hard to come by. They're kind of hit or miss. There's no cottage cheese in French Polynesia, and that was like a staple of my diet. So got my Ninja Creamy, make my protein ice cream, and it just hits the spot. Davis and I, Rob's not a huge fan of ice cream, but Davis and I cannot recommend the Ninja Creamy high enough on a boat. It's been fabulous, and the reason is because when you freeze the cups, they're small. We had a bigger ice cream maker before, and you had to keep that drum in the freezer, and it just takes up way too much freezer space on a boat. These are smaller, so you can just freeze like 2 at a time and pop them out when you're ready. This is Taha'a, I'm not sure. And this right here is Raiatea.
Woo! All right!
Yeah! Our first win! Well, I mean,
We're gonna cross
honestly,
the finish line.
Warrior's not too far behind us, and in all honesty, Chinook left first, but they went out the North Pass. We went out the South Pass, and Warrior left after us. So, not too far, but still, we will take a win. It is such an awesome sailing day.
A win is a win is a win.
A win is a win, but when she is at 60 degrees, she flies, and it was a great sailing day today.
Top speed of 10.1 knots.
So we may not have caught a fish or saw a whale on this short little jump over to Raiatea, but it's been a nice day. So I wish I would have shown this better going into Wahine because I was talking about the reefs, but you can see reefs are clearly marked on the chart. So you see where to stay, and then there are just these red lines. So as long as you follow that red line in the channel, you should be good. Last minute, Chinook overtook Warrior. Warrior turned to take their sail down, and Chinook sailed past them to take second place.
Watch your depth.
112 feet. So the wind's coming from this way.
We're docking on starboard.
Okay.
Total energy, total energy, total energy. This is Paradise Falls. Are you gonna drive or you want to pull up?
I'm gonna try to drive. Because I haven't docked a boat in a while. Mirana. Got it. Woohoo! Success! It's been a great day today. So we took on, yes, we just took on fuel in Tahiti, but because we didn't put our jib up before we sailed from Moorea to motor to Huahine, we burned about 40 gallons of fuel. So before we get to Bora Bora, because gas is probably going to be more expensive in Bora Bora, and after Bora Bora, we're doing like a 900-mile sail to either Cook Islands or Niue. We want to get fuel here. Thank you. Okay, so Rob's down below because this gas gauge is broken, and he's saying that we've got 3/4, so we transferred fuel from this tank to the port tank, so we only use like less than 1/4 of a tank to get from Moorea to Wahine. Quick tip, a few of our friends have lost these gas caps because there's nothing to hold them in place, so I would suggest ordering a few on Amazon or from somewhere before you leave. So we're also gonna grab some gasoline while we're at the dock. How much was it?
$6.50 for that whole thing.
No, how much was the fuel?
Huh?
How much was the fuel?
$172 in diesel and $22 in gasoline.
Cool.
So not too bad.
All right, let's go. Dave's waiting.
All right. It's easy.
You should try it! Trying to get Beth on Warrior to be at the helm and do that more. She's just not used to it. And I'm like, today's a totally benign day if you're gonna try it. Today's the day.
These island names are really hard to pronounce. They're very interesting, but we've got them wrong probably 95% of the time, and we try. We really do try.
We even ask locals to see what they say, and it almost is dependent on locals. So we try. It's not like we're
not dumb. We're just Americans.
No, don't even say that. We try. It's difficult. We try our best to greet everyone in their native language. We have Davis learn, you know, good morning, please, thank you, hello, goodbye. So we're trying.
It's tough though, it really is.
We have arrived at our anchorage. And we get a rainbow to greet us as we anchor. Deep and a lot of reef surrounding this one, so the other two boats were really can't get in, so we're going to go around to this bay and check that
with
one.
the blow coming in.
So
the moorings that are in this next bay apparently belong to the Pearl Farm. You are allowed to stay there one night if you take the free tour.
So since that bay didn't have enough room for all three of us, we decided to move to the next bay. We wake up this morning and have a perfect view of Bora Bora from the back of the boat.
All right, after being in French Polynesia for almost 3 whole months, we're finally hopefully gonna go see manta rays. We've tried, but we got up at 6:30 this morning. It's probably now 7:30 because I've done 2 loads of laundry and we were waiting on buddy boats, but we're gonna try and make it over to the snorkel spot. So there's a spot right across over here around a bend that we should be able to see mantas this morning. If not, we may go anchor out on the other side of the channel here because the mantas feed at night on the other side.
This is the Coral Gardens. That is a pretty idyllic beach. You have that right there, and then you have the overwater bungalows overlooking the mountains right there. Yeah, this is gorgeous.
All right, so we're gonna do a drift snorkel, shallow. So we're just gonna drift it through the channel, seeing coral and stuff. Hopefully, let's see.
We had luck with the manta ray, so hopefully we'll have luck here. We had an epic snorkel this morning. We saw 3 manta rays, which is amazing, and then we went over to the Coral Gardens. That was amazing. It was like sitting in an underwater aquarium where like you're gonna shoot a screensaver. The coolest thing. So we are anchored in front of a pearl farm. So we're gonna go in and learn all about pearl farming. Yorana.
Yorana.
All right, so we're at the pearl farm, but check this out. This would be a perfect house for our house and a mother-in-law suite.
So first of all, welcome. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
Taha'a, especially welcome to Yorana Pearl Farm.
Thank you.
First, we need these bowls. These bowls are coming from a Mississippi mussel shell. So for the moment, Mississippi mussel shell works better as a base for the pearl. The black lip for the oyster is very important because it is a black lip that produces mother pearl, makes the shell grows up. Thing is, to grow a pearl, I need to work, so sorry for that, into the gonad of the oyster. This is what we call the gonad of the oyster. This is the reproduction organ of the animal. To grow a pearl, we need to make an incision. We need to place that Mississippi base into the pouch. Get a little piece of lip of 2 millimeters by 2 millimeters. Add it up to the base, into the pouch. Let a piece of lip grow until cover the base, then produce mother pearl around. Mix a pearl. 18 months to grow 1 pearl.
So that is a first generation, and over here, that would be a second generation, and then this big thing would be a third generation.
There you go, babe. Some pearls for you.
And McKenna.
And McKenna.
I said I thought you just got her the bag.
So,
And just like that, we are out of this beautiful bay because the pearl farm, these, what do you call it? Moorings are only for customers. So there was another boat coming in, there's another couple more boats waiting to come in, so we did our shopping and now we're gonna head off to our next anchorage. So this is our 4th time trying to anchor. We anchored across the channel in a little anchorage, but it was like 70 feet deep and they just didn't feel comfortable, so we came over here where our other buddy boat is, right in front of this beautiful resort, but the wind is coming from the east and it's gonna blow us onto the shore. And there's sand with lots of rock and coral, so a little frustrating. check out our backyard today.
We just motored over to the eastern side of Taha'a in 20-something knots of wind so we could go visit a vanilla farm, because this is the vanilla island, so we have to do a vanilla farm while we're here. So we're gonna do this quickly and we'll come back and get back to the other side, probably Raiatea on the western side, so we can get some wind protection.
Behind us back there.
Oh yeah, and we got
Because the wind's blowing almost 20 knots. We have no protection here.
yeah.
It is going to be a sporty dinghy ride today, so I'm just wearing my rain jacket and shorts, and then I bring a towel so when we get over there we can like wipe off and like look presentable. Was that a rough dinghy ride?
Yes.
That was a rough, wet dinghy ride. Yorana.
Follow me, please.
Thank you, Maruru.
Where you come from, US?
Yes. East Coast.
Yeah. Welcome to the vanilla island. This is how look like a vanilla plant. Vanilla is not a tree. Vanilla is the vine.
This vanilla farm produces a small amount of vanilla beans, but mainly serves as a co-op for the production of vanilla products. We learned all about how vanilla grows and its origins, then learned more about the processing process. Does it smell?
A little bit.
Smell this one.
So,
It's
when you buy
fabulous.
them in America, they are very. Our beans stay soft.
That's amazing.
So
If you pick them when they're
thank you very much for your coming, for your visiting.
like a best school day ever, right?
Yes.
Like a big lesson.
Thank you very much. 1 week was the meal.
Oh, I can smell them already.
I know, it
Thank you.
smells divine.
We spread and we wait when they are get more thick, and we bring them back in the.
Are those the long?
All our.
Davis, say hi to her. Say hi to her.
Cowboy, can I say hi to him?
Wow.
All this is bags of vanilla. So this they have to dry again. It's not ready. I will dehydrate.
Thank you, thank you. Maruru. After the guided tour, we were able to walk around the property and see the vanilla growing. This is gorgeous. So Davis, here's a plant right here.
Ooh. Wow.
This reminds me of the coffee plantation that we visited in Jamaica, where they had the coffee plant, the bushes going all the way up the mountain.
Oh yeah. I think this is gorgeous. The smell, I don't know. Just something about this place is really, really cool.
It's the powder they have. They have the powder, or you can get the beans themselves,
So we need beans
or you can get the extract.
because I want to use vanilla beans in my next Ninja Creamy recipe and make vanilla bean ice cream. Would that be good, Davis?
Maybe.
All right, so we've got like 10 beans here for $40, or if you're really cooking a lot, you can get a big batch for $375.
Wowzers. That's a lot of vanilla.
A lot of vanilla.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Happy Sunday.
That was your first class in 7th grade, learning about vanilla beans.
We can do that for a field
So
trip and
guess
get an
what?
early start.
You just gotta do a little report, and you're done. That's your first class all done.
As you can tell, the kid's really excited to start 7th grade. But you finished 6th grade. We finished our first year of homeschooling.
Yes.
Yay, we're just waiting to hear back from the Florida teacher to say that we passed. Are you lifting anchor?
Yep.
becoming quite a good boat captain.